talk about the week. Pleased with the preparation and kind of the focus at this point?
The focus has been good. You know, the preparation so far has been good. We need to finish off that preparation tomorrow because we have to play our best football game. You know, we can't play like we did in the first 2 weeks to have a chance to beat a team like this. We have to be tight. We have to be get together. We can't make any mistakes. We got to take care of the football. We got to run the ball. We got to do everything right on the offensive side. Defensively, we got to contain some great athletes. A very accurate quarterback that gets into a rhythm very quickly in the game. A big physical group up front on the offensive line. Some very talented runners as well. A very balanced offensive attack with some special athletes that can make explosive plays. So we got to make sure that we know where our help is. And we play great team defense.
You mentioned Dave Wright possibly getting more time. Would that be when Johnny slides over to center, he slide in a guard? Would that potentially be it?
There are a couple different combinations that we'll work with. I think it's good to keep our guys fresh, but at the same time, I think it's very competitive. And once again, David Bright's been outstanding the last week and a half, 2 weeks. He was injured throughout training camp, so didn't really get a chance to compete to be a starter. We're going to give him that opportunity when the game's on the line. And he's earned that opportunity.
Long term, is he a guard or a tackle for you guys, or could he do either?
He's one of those guys that gives you versatility to do both. You know, at some point in time, especially when these older guys graduate, he could be a guard, he could be a tackle on either side. And that's what we love, his size and athleticism and his length. He's got the length and athleticism to play tackle. He's got the size and physical nature to play guard. So wherever he settles, I know he'll do a good job.
From a recruiting standpoint, obviously one game in the grand scheme of things doesn't do much. But just, as far as your conversations with recruits over the years, the visibility of this game, what sort of impact does this have?
That's hard to say. I think it's individual, and it's one component of recruiting. USC's beaten us 2 years in a row, and we beat them 4 years in a row before that. So there's been a lot of back and forth, in particular over the last 6 to 8 years. I think the bottom line is that they've been great games. They've been very competitive, tough, physical games, very emotional games that honestly have done well for both teams. And for going down the road for whoever wants to join us, the more the merrier, and because we need great players to compete in big games like this, and USC would say the same thing.
You've had incredibly close games in the last several meetings. Because of that, does it put the onus on you to, like you said, play a more perfect game, maybe not a perfect game, but by far your best game to win?
There's no question, in particular on the defensive side, because you can play them tight, but you let one guy shake loose, and you're chasing him. And we gotta cut down the big plays. This team thrives on big plays. And we gotta try to cut them down. We have to try to contain these guys. We have to play great team defense and know where your help is, because we got a gang tackle. One-on-one tackles out in space are tough to do against these guys. We gotta bring a lot of hats to the party.